Alright, what's good, y'all? Y'all, these past few months, I really don't know I don't know how to process, any of what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key kind of high right now, so I'm sorry if I don't sound energetic, but, I'm also kind of depressed, because like, everything that's going on. But, I don't know what to really think of, just what's happening, And in case y'all are wondering, I'm literally at risk of becoming homeless, bro. I'm not joking, bro. I'm not playing. And, to anyone who thinks this is a joke, this is not a joke. This is serious stuff that people go through. And, to anyone who's just laughing, or just making mean comments, or, just like saying this is fake, y'all are terrible people, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But, y'all, that's not what I'm here to talk about. Right now I'm here to talk about, what's happening, what's the future of this channel, and, I guess my personal life, you know what I'm saying? Because if I become homeless, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to make videos again for y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll ever be able to do my interviews and, all that stuff, bro. I stopped playing Fortnite too, I barely make any Fortnite gameplays anymore, but I know some of y'all really love those, and, I'm thinking about bringing them back. But, yo, as you read by the title, bro, I'm literally becoming homeless at 16, bro. And I don't know like I said, I really don't know how to process any of this, bro. All of this has just been so rough for me and my family, bro. And, if y'all could just pray for us, bro. A quick prayer, would go a long way, you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm not forcing anyone to, like, subscribe, pray. But, if y'all could just do that, it would help me a lot. But, just, and me and my family as well. But yeah, basically, I guess just to tell y'all the full story, bro. Last week, maybe a little over a week ago, pest control came over to my house, bro. They had me step out, my family step out, and they informed us that there was a termite infestation. And, our house, it was unsafe to be in, the support beams were already falling, bro, just a few days ago, they already put up the tarp and everything, bro. And, basically, me and my family, we got evicted from our house, you know what I'm saying? And, we're literally staying at my grandma's house, bro. There's, like, there's 11 people in the house I'm in right now, so I'm sorry if y'all can hear background noise. But, yo, I'm just want to let y'all know, I don't know. I don't really know what's gonna happen to me, bro, or my family. So, because I got what's it called, bro? Just literally a few hours ago, pest control came over to our house, bro, or my grandma's house, and they informed us that our house is at risk of collapsing, and they're trying everything they can in their power to save it, bro. But I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. I could literally become homeless. You know what I'm saying? I hope it doesn't get to that point, or who knows, maybe I might even have to go to an orphanage, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really know what's gonna happen, so y'all just pray for us, all right? Keep us in your prayers.